Okay, so bear with me momentarily as my cameras apparently decided to go away. There it is. Welcome on in, everybody. Welcome on into the Dragon's Den. My name's Digital Dragon. I'm a 3D printing variety streamer here on Twitch. So hopefully everything's going well. So over the weekend, I upgraded my streaming computer from Windows 10 to Windows 11. All my apps came up. I also updated OBS Studio to 30.2.0 and realized when I started my stream that it wasn't picking up my uh, um, microphone and wasn't outputting to my speakers. I didn't realize that, it was going to flake out on my cameras again. Welcome on in, everybody. Let's talk Rook. Exactly, Dulcifer. Let me see what I missed here. KB3D Chris 2, welcome in. Nick. Are you to the point where you put together a black box order blindfolded yet? No. Chris handles most of that, at least for the moment. You do have a black box to bring up to CE Spec, though. That is true. You got, was it Chris's original cell source build that you were working on, Chris 2? Is it a chess channel? Yeah, don't come to me for chess advice. I know the basics, but I'm not going to win any tournaments. Hey, Bexy Bean, how's it going? Who's this handsome chap on my screen? I don't know. Do you have like multiple windows up? You're just talking about Maker or what? So, Dulcifer, we are close to a Rook 2020 Mark II. And yes, I am holding the Z-axis up right now. Bed's installed, bed's wired, but we still don't have a Z-axis yet. Partly because, well, I realized I didn't have the large tooth gear and the 188 millimeter belt. So I got those. And then realized I didn't have a 60 millimeter D shaft either. I had all the way up to like 43. So I had to order some of those. So we kept working around actually doing the Z belting. And now we've got the Z belting in, or we're going to be putting the Z belting in. We've got most of our electronics done, though we still have to do our hot end and thermistor. And what I'm going to do is look at my thermistor, because one of the things I normally do, like right now, we've actually got the bed thermistor plumbed, but as you're trying to get your your software working right and making sure that you have a decent config so it will at least boot into Clipper, one of the errors you may see is ADC out of range. That's actually a good thing. In fact, I will show you that. Let me turn this around here so I can plug this in to a wall wart, because we still haven't installed an actual power supply yet. But I'm going to plug in the Raspberry Pi to a wall wart. And the nice thing is, because we're powering it from the GPIOs, it will back power to the board. In fact, let me do like what we did before and just kind of turn this around. Like so. I'll change the camera. Hey, Pezwiz, how are you doing? Woody has that one. You have Sunny's to update. Oh, so was that the one that was at the show? So you took that one home to update? So you're riding dirty now, eh? Hey, Gulcifer. I wonder if he has cargo shorts on. Guilty as charged. It's summertime. Cargo shorts. Okay, so what we've got is we've connected via the GPIO pins in UART. I did add another connector. It's currently blue. I will go find a red cable, but it's a just standard DuPont female to female. So I'm going from pin 2. So pin 2 and pin 4 are both 5 volts. What I have found, especially on a Raspberry Pi 4, you need to apply 5 volt to both of the GPIO pins if you're running it via UART. And so right now, all I did was I connected it to 5 volt from the SPI connectors. And so that's going to give me 2 5 volt coming in. And it just keeps from any under voltage or low voltage errors that you'll get. But yeah, how's it going, Pez Liz? How are you doing this evening? Hey, Timor, welcome in. Desperately need to go back to the gym, but I'm still exhausted. Been nearly 2 weeks. Yeah, that's the thing is when you're going to the gym, it's awesome. Like after that first 2 weeks, you just kind of get ready to used to the routine. Yeah, you pull out a log, but when you come out, you feel kind of it's a good burn type thing, and you start feeling good. And then something happens, and you don't go to the gym for a few days, and you feel like ass, and you feel like you're starting all over again. Wife said it's too hot, made me turn off my printers. Dude, it is hot. I have had my AC in this room because we're 2 zones. The first floor is all 1 zone, and then this room is the 2nd zone. And I have it set at 75 up here. My AC has been cycling all day. It's 91 outside right now at 6 p.m. My AC's been cycling all day, and believe it or not, I've been wearing a hoodie because I sit right underneath the vent where my desk is. So it's either put the printers where the vents blow or put the printers against the wall where there's no vent and get air blowing on me. So yeah, so we're running an SKR Mini with a Pi. My other Rook 2020, my Rook 2020 Mark I that's downstairs, that's been going to shows and sitting over at KB3D's table, is actually an SKR Pico with a Pi sitting on top. But anyhow, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn my power on my power supply, and you'll see lights come on. I'll let the lights continue, but one thing you'll notice is after you get Clipper on here, you don't need an SD card in here because all your files are getting processed and coming off here. So that's why I grabbed these from KB3D. They're literally 128 meg SD cards, and are perfect for just flashing your board because really you can't do anything else with them at 128 meg. But they're great for just flashing boards with Clipper. So anyhow, this has now come up, and if I bring up my browser window, Okay, so we're going to jump back over here. So the mic's showing up on this. The camera is not. So what I'm going to do real fast is I'm going to bounce the stream. Okay, so give me 1 second. I'm going to exit OBS, come back in, and see if my changes that I made earlier will propagate everywhere. So please stand by.